My name is Myron Weber, and I'm the managing partner of Northwood Advisors, providing advisory services for BI strategy and execution. And I also produce the Real-Time Decisions webcast, my blog and podcast at realtimedecisions.com. I'm very fortunate in that I get to work with a lot of different companies, advising them, observing them. And one thing that I've noticed that I thought was very interesting, I've been able to empirically observe, is a trend wherein companies that may be running different vendors' software internally as part of their platform, whether it be Microsoft, and they're running a Microsoft platform with Microsoft servers and SQL Server, or perhaps they're running Oracle databases, Oracle applications, or running SAP, whatever the case may be. When these companies start looking to extend their BI, their performance management, their analytics software, they're smart. They're looking to go best of breed. So of course there's a tendency to look at the solution offered by their existing vendor, but they're also looking elsewhere. And the trend that I've noticed is that many of these companies are looking at IBM and seeing that the individual component that IBM offers, whether that be Cognos 10 BI for business intelligence and analytics, whether that be TM1 for forecasting and budgeting and modeling, whether that be SPSS for predictive analytics, they're seeing that these IBM components are compelling offerings on their own and integrate well in a multi-vendor environment. What I've noticed, on the other hand, with companies that already have IBM assets in-house, whether that be DB2 database, whether that be data stage on the data integration, some Cognos BI, whatever the case may be, they're doing the same thing. They're not just assuming that IBM needs to be the next evolution of their solution. They're looking around, and yet the trend is they're extending the IBM software within their organization, because I think they're seeing not only are they able to get best of breed components, but they're also able to get the advantages of the integration that IBM has put around all of these components. We all understand that all the major analytics and BI vendors have grown by a combination of in-house development and acquisition. Well, in that model, there's a real need to take all those pieces and integrate them if you really want to have the advantages of an integrated stack. And IBM has executed on that better than other companies like Oracle, Microsoft, and SAP. So the companies who use the IBM platform, they're able to get the benefits of the integration. I mean, one of the huge things, package level metadata integration, so that you build your metadata and the long sought for single version of the truth by having a single metadata layer that's shared by your business intelligence, Cognos 10 BI, by your planning, budgeting, and forecasting with TM1, by your predictive analytics with SPSS. Cognos delivers that, and there's really not a weak link in the chain when you look at DB2 database, the data stage, data integration, Cognos 10 BI, TM1, SPSS. I think the clearest example of this that comes to mind for me is one of my clients, Chickasaw Nation Division of Commerce. They're an award-winning organization for their execution on business intelligence and performance management, and they began piece by piece looking at what's the best of breed financial reporting solution that we can get. They selected Cognos. What's the best of breed for business intelligence? They realized, again, Cognos. Now they're implementing TM1 for their budgeting and planning, and they're building all that on now moving into the IBM information server to be able to maintain all that data. So migrating from SQL Server database to information server to get the scalability and performance, as well as the benefits of having that integrated stack from IBM. A client that I've worked with recently, a software development company that runs SAP for their ERP and financials, and business objects on top of that for their reporting. When they started looking around for a planning and forecasting tool, of course, the option from SAP, the product from SAP, was one that they evaluated, but when they looked at TM1, they realized that they had a stronger solution, a more capable solution in TM1, and it's still integrated just as well. into their overall environment. So the point being that whether it's a single component that can integrate well into a multi-vendor solution or a complete stack from IBM, companies are seeing that they're getting good solutions from IBM. For me, being selected as an IBM champion was really cool. I mean, honestly, I love what I do. I'm really geeky when it comes to business intelligence, data management, performance management. So I love what I do, and I would happily do it without any recognition. But when the recognition is there, to be recognized by my peers as an IBM champion, it was exciting. I was honored, and I found that people around me knew that IBM champion meant something, and that it was a special recognition, and I was very honored to be able to receive that. I've been able, as an IBM champion, to network with my peers, other folks who have been recognized as IBM champions, and I look at them and I see that, to me, it appears they're all much more deserving than I am. So I'm able to just look up to them and learn from what they've done and see how they've been able to succeed in what they do. And so it's formed a community of folks who've proven through the solutions and the outcomes that they've been able to deliver that they know what they're doing. So I just love being able to soak in the knowledge, the ambiance of being around that group of people. I'm Myron Weber. I am the managing partner of Northwood Advisors. You can find us at northwoodadvisors.com. I also have a blog and podcast on business intelligence and decision systems. That's at realtimedecisions.com.